Hi there. Welcome to my kitchen. Today is the first episode of Cooking with Mary Jane. It's a holiday episode, and we're going to be doing a nice cookie that you can give away or just eat yourself. But I have to give you a little warning that these cookies are delicious. Many things made with marijuana are not. They're sort of grassy tasting or herby tasting, and sometimes that's not a very good context for baking baked goods. I like to use it in my savory cooking as well as in my sweet cooking. And just for the record, none of this actually contains marijuana because I live in Texas, where it's illegal. Crazy, right? I don't know what crazy I live here, but also crazy it's illegal. These are my white chocolate cranberry cannabis cookies. They're vegan. They're also lightly glazed with an eggnog icing that's made with a vegan eggnog that's out on the market right now. It's made by, what's that almond company called? Oh, there it is. If you are vegan and miss eggnog, let me assure you, this is the bomb.com. It's delish. And much lighter than regular eggnog and doesn't support the dairy industry, which I don't think is a very reputable or kind industry at all. And being kind is of big importance to me. It may not be to you, but it will be by the time I'm done with you, because I'm your Auntie M. Okay, so I'm glad to share my recipes, but my thrust in doing these little videos is not only to teach people how to enjoy marijuana without having to light it on fire. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of to the point where smoking things is hard on my old lungs. My lungs have been through some shit. I smoked cigarettes for many, many years, and whatever damage I've done to them, I don't care to do anymore. Also, I believe that marijuana metabolizes a good bit differently. You get a different buzz. It's much more of a holistic, all-encompassing buzz, you know. I really like to enjoy marijuana to its fullest available extent, and this is one way that I do it. I also really enjoy sharing it with my friends and family. I've never met a pothead who got in a bar fight or got in a car wreck. The worst thing that I can imagine one of my pothead friends or children have done, adult children, have done is eat all my cheese, you know, and I don't eat cheese anymore, so they're screwed. Anyway, my reason for wanting to bring this out to you is because a lot of people don't know how to cook with marijuana, and they wind up with these horrible, you know, marijuana in the teeth brownies that really aren't very tasty. And, you know, if you're going to eat something crappy, eat a mushroom, eat a frickin' psilocybin. Those taste like dog shit. These are just a beautiful, fragrant, delicious way to enjoy something that's really added benefits, many benefits to my life. It's helped me with my anxiety disorders. It's helped me establish some more emotional connections to people who I love very much. And it makes me a nicer person, you know. I feel like I probably have some mood disorder stuff going on. Maybe it's just menopause, or maybe it's because that which doesn't kill you makes you stranger. But this helps elevate my mood when I'm really careening down that bitch path, you know, and I just really want to lash out and be growly at people that maybe aren't so deserving of my growliness. I try to be, I've made a conscious choice, a decision to be as kind as I know how to be to the world around me, regardless of how it treats me. So when I am caught in emotion, in an emotional reaction, instead of a measured response that is filtered through, is it true? Is it necessary? And is it kind? Those are the three gateways that it must pass through before it can come out my mouth. And boy, that's a big change. I've never held myself in check much in my lifetime. And as a result, I think that I paid a high price in many ways of not assessing, not being more mindful. So I think I'm babbling a little here, but I've eaten a couple of these cookies. Oh, I started to tell you. You'll find many marijuana butter recipes on the internet, so I'm not going to go into that part of it, but I will tell you that if you have used quality marijuana as one of your ingredients, and I believe quality ingredients are key, if you use quality marijuana as one of your ingredients when you're making your marijuana butter, go ahead and dilute it to half marijuana butter, half regular butter. And by butter, I mean coconut oil. I do not use regular butter at all anymore. There's just no point in it. And again, I think it supports an industry that's very questionable in its ethics, and that would be the dairy industry. So our money is our vote. Don't give money to people who aren't doing the right thing, and they're not doing the right thing. They're not doing the right thing by us. They're not doing the right thing by the animals, and they're not doing the right thing by the planet. And it's very non-transparent, you know. So that's one of them. That and meat. Good God, you know, if you're not killing it yourself and utilizing every part of that animal's body after offering it up to whatever spirit you pray to, then you have no right to be eating that animal. You know, bottom line. In my opinion, in my humble opinion. So, I'd like to share this recipe with you real quick, and then I'll get back to ranting about politics. Hey, how's that sound? This one's really easy. So we take 1 cup of organic rolled oats, you know, the quick cooking variety, just like you'd make oatmeal from. Excuse me, I'm totally lying. Let's back up there. 1 cup sugar, 1 cup brown sugar, 1 cup oil. So I use half marijuana butter, half coconut oil. And I make the marijuana butter with coconut oil. So, whatever fake egg you're using, you know, like there's many on the market that are just as good and way better for you. Lower in fat, not supporting a questionable industry, not subjugating or injuring animals, not eating chicken periods. Okay, so I use a vegan egg substitute, so whatever constitutes 2 eggs for your vegan egg substitute, or if you're still eating eggs, you can put 2 eggs in it. So we've got 1 cup brown sugar, 1 cup white sugar. I use turbinado sugar, and it's organic. Just saying. 1 cup shortening, which is half marijuana butter, half coconut oil. 1 teaspoon baking soda. I've got a trick about that. I'll come back to it. 1 teaspoon kosher salt. 1.5, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I love vanilla, so I add a lot. A couple of shakes of cinnamon. 1 cup of 1.5 cups of organic flour. And I've used coconut flour. It really doesn't work. Bread flour, I think, is the best because it gives you kind of a crispiness, like a. Oh, that's not very crispy sounding. But it's crispy in my mouth. It's delicious. These are so good. Okay. I also use a cup of craisins, dried cranberries, instead of raisins. I don't know. I don't like raisins in baked goods. And the cranberries add a really nice flavor as well as being very moist, sort of holiday-like. Festive. And I use 2 cups of white chocolate chips. And then I put it in the oven. No. So, it should come. I mix it all up. You know, the cookbooks, I'll tell you to cream the butter and the sugar together. You know, I've tried it 9 ways to Sunday, and the end result is this beautiful, beautiful cookies. Just make sure that you put it in the fridge for, say, maybe an hour, so that they don't go on the pan. Uh-oh. I may have to continue this later. I'm afraid these cookies are starting to have some effect on me. Oh, this is the other thing. At the beginning, I said, I wanted to warn you. Don't get the munchies and eat a bunch of these. It's easy to do. But you'll just wind up absolutely wasted, and there's no point in that. Moderation is key in everything. Isn't that a crazy thought?